Let's take a look at stories making mining news headlines this evening. EPWZ calls for supportive policies towards artisanal gold miners.
We are aligned with climate change mitigation strategies. We have a climate change statement, which is our go-to commitment from top management on how we will transition from climate change to climate adaptability and mitigation measures. So all that drives our processes around what you're able to see as an intact vegetation. To just ensure that we've got a permitting process in place, and in areas where we have to do vegetation clearance to facilitate mining activities. It can be establishing a mine pit, it can be establishing a workshop. We ensure that we identify within the mine area offset footprints where we further go and reintroduce vegetation, we reintroduce trees. So that offset system helps us to keep the environment pristine and to keep it green and to safeguard it from the cutting down of trees.
The details in this particular story: the Emerald Production Watch of Zambia has called on the government to adopt a supportive approach towards artisanal miners who discover mineral deposits such as gold. EPWZ President Musa Kafimbwa says instead of treating such miners as criminals, the government should equip them with skills and tools necessary for safe and legal mining. Mr. Kafimbwa pointed to the Kikonge gold area in Mufumbwe as an example where the government is encouraging small-scale miners to form cooperatives. He, however, has proposed additional steps to formalize operations, including fencing off the mining area to regulate access and ensure that only authorized miners operate within the designated zone.
The recent attention in Mufumbwe's Kikonge gold area as the government moved to flush out artisanal miners operating on the site. The abrupt action brought miners into conflict with government officers deployed to enforce the removal, sparking frustration among those who say they were trying to earn an honest living. The Emerald Production Watch of Zambia says what's needed isn't a crackdown but a structured approach to formalize the mining processes.
We've moved for government to come in the Mufumbwe gold rush and probably provide guidance on how best Zambian people could do mining, actualize mining. Mining is business, and that government should also get concerned of the safety of the people.
Emerald Production Watch of Zambia President Dr. Musa Kafimbwa is calling for the site to be fenced off and access regulated, allowing only registered cooperatives to operate safely and legally.
As Gavin said, history is a landmark and we learn something from the past. We don't want to see a scenario where locals discover and foreigners, take over. So probably we are emphasizing and pleading to government that the Mufumbwe, gold site should benefit fully 100% Zambian people.
He has also urged the Bank of Zambia and ZCMRH to set up official gold buying depots near mining sites to protect miners from exploitation and middlemen.
Bank of Zambia should be the major buyer, the major purchaser of the gold from Mufumbwe, so that we see our reserves are filled up with gold to see our kwacha gain value. So in conclusion, we are saying that we could love to appeal to government on the strongest terms, that we are not actually only appealing, also pleading to you that let the Mufumbwe gold site benefit Zambian people.
Meanwhile, the National Union of Mine and Allied Workers has called for proper governing of artisanal mining.
Those they are important, as it were. But I think they must be allowed to be supervised nicely, forming cooperatives, and then they are monitored so that we avoid what we have been seeing in terms of accidents in those small scale mining.
As the standoff in Mufumbwe unfolds, pressure is mounting on authorities to balance enforcement with empowerment and treat artisanal miners not as intruders but as potential contributors to the formal economy. Love Mosondash for Diamond News.
Before I let you go, let's take a look at our mineral commodity prices as we close it off.
Mining News, sponsored by First Quanta Minerals Limited, operating Kansanshi Mining PLC, and FQM Trident Limited.
Our mineral commodity prices this evening look a little something like this, monitored on the London Metal Exchange. All the minerals, except for two, have dropped in prices. Let's start with the negatives here. Aluminium has dropped by negative 0.44%. Zinc dropped by negative 1.21%, lead by negative 0.35%, and tin by negative 0.66%. Increases in prices here are that of nickel at 0.54%, $15,146. Copper has increased by 0.28%, I beg your pardon, and the fetching price there is 9,645.5 United States dollars. That concludes our mining news. Thanks so much for tuning in. We continue with the rest of the news desk at 8. My name is Tapua Ngoma. Have a pleasant evening.
Mining News, sponsored by First Quanta Minerals Limited, operating Kansanshi Mining PLC, and FQM Trident Limited.